Heather Ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Cutter Degrassism. Now this is unusual because I don't have a poll or a Degrassi post to back this up. But actually, someone did a post a couple weeks ago about the best Degrassi channel around that, and they named some Degrassi channels and all that. So my original plan was to do a poll saying who do you think of the six is the best. But of course, a lot of people are going to be subjective. They don't know much about Degrassi channels and all that. So to save face, I decided to just do this Degrassism and tell you my 6 top Degrassi YouTube channels. Now I know there are some Degrassi webcasts. I mean, like podcasts and all that, but I don't really listen to those podcasts, so basically I can't do anything on it. However, I'm doing my top 6 Degrassi channels. Just to let you know, 2 of the 6 were not put in that were not in that guy's Reddit post, but I put it in my own. So this is just basically my top 6. Now, of course, a lot of people would probably have said, if you did that poll, would you put your channel in? Technically, no. My channel is not fully Degrassi based. My channel is sports based more so than Degrassi. I just do Degrassi videos out of love for the TV show. You know, it's a Canadian show. You know, I'm from Canada, so, you know, I got that. And love for the whole Degrassi Reddit, and love for trying to do stuff about the Rick Murray storyline. So anyway, here are my top 6. Now, but a lot of people would probably say, well, if you were to rank your channel, where would you put your channel? Based on my Degrassi stuff, I would probably put it number 6, where this person is. So number 6 is, oh, other way, sorry. I gotta remember that when I do the videos, I have to change my hands. Anyway, number 6 is Degrassi_clips. So Degrassi_clips does a lot of Degrassi clips and all that. I know I can also put the Degrassi official channel because they're doing clips from shows, like a minute things and all that. Of course, now that because of the new deal, Degrassi, you can't watch any Degrassi episodes on YouTube. I mean, there were the big problems that with the whole HBO show, they took out Degrassi for YouTube fans in the US and a few other countries, whereas Canada, we didn't get affected, but now Canadians are affected, so kind of sucks. So yeah, Degrassi Clips is a pretty good channel, and I think it's worth noting. Number 5 on the list is THT Guy. Now, some people actually said, oh, he's not Degrassi focused. His stuff is not Degrassi focused, like, kind of like me. But the fact of the matter is THT Guy was an influence for a few Degrassisms. He did he didn't rank them, but he did like the characters from each of the graduating classes and, you know, did a blurb on them and all that. So then I went with the Degrassi Reddit community to see who the best from each graduating class was. So THT Guy basically was the muse for that whole scenario. And also THT Guy was responsible for me piggybacking. Well, he did a video on the worst Degrassi episode, which was Can't Fight This Feeling or whatever. No, that can't be right. Season 7, I can't remember. The Georgia. I got my mind set on you. About the episode in which Derek and Danny are chasing after Rachel, and Derek gets Danny in trouble for shoplifting. Kind of a racist thing. And in the subplot, Emma, trying to win Damien, decides to abduct a dog. So that was the muse for my top 10 worst Degrassi episodes ever. And I Got My Mind Set on You was number 4. I can't remember. I can't remember who. Well, I know Summer Girls, you know, season 14 Degrassi movie got number 1. But who was number 2 and who was number 3? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, with the worst episodes, I just said, well, what episodes were not the best and all that. And then, you know, I took those and then made ranking list. All right, so number 4 is NYS clips. Now this one actually is one of the hottest Degrassi channels around, and I think that the person does a great job with these clips, doing the montages and all of that, basically bashing Emma and all that, but that's okay. Yeah. You know what? I just realized that I didn't put Unusually Eric on the list. I would put Unusually Eric number 6, actually. And Degrassi Fans number 7. But yeah. Now, I didn't originally put Unusually Eric because I kind of have a grudge against him because he refused my help trying to deal with season 4. And his Emma trashing is just like, I don't think he said anything positive about Emma and all that, which is kind of stupid. In a sense, I probably would not have put him in my top 6. I put him, well, I would put him at number 6 ahead of Degrassi clip. Degrassi Fans, because after all, I mean, Unusually Eric does still do the Degrassi watch throughs and all that, and practically, you know, shits on Emma a lot. I'm not saying Emma's the best character in Degrassi. I'm just saying that Emma gets more hate than she deserves. Alright, so yeah, nysclips does a lot of montages and all that of certain characters and their moments. So yeah, I like that. Number 3 on the list is Aspen_J. Now, of course, in the description, you'll see the channel links and all that to all 7 channels. Of course, Unusually Eric also was there too. But Aspen_J was not part of that Reddit list, and I'm surprised she didn't get any votes and all that, or no one mentioned her. So what I say is that I gotta make her number 3, because she's done a lot of Degrassi stuff. She's done walkthroughs about how Emma was a shitty friend to Manny, which I agree with, and she even said that Emma was worried about Manny walking away in season 6 after the JT incident, because then that means that she is alone with her thoughts and decides to go after Sean. I don't know. I think she just wanted to cling on to Manny as a friend and all that. And yeah, Aspen makes some good jokes. She even ranked the worst Degrassi people and all that, and that was kind of my muse for doing the top 10 worst Degrassi characters around and all that. Oh no, sorry, I did Degrassism comparing her top 10, or was it a top 10 or top 12? I think it was a top 12. So yeah, I just have to go back into YouTube and see what the list was. I didn't make it a unpopular opinion. I made it just a Degrassism. I just want to see what I did. I think it was a top 10. I think she did 10, didn't she? Do all those characters, and then I just basically said, well, of those characters from 1 to 10. It wasn't my personal top 10. It was like of the characters she mentioned, how would I rank them? I alone. So yeah. So of course my Degrassisms and all that's growing and all that. Yeah, comparing Aspen_J's worst characters list to mine. I don't know how many she put down. Did she put 15 down? I can't remember, but like 10 to 15. But yeah, I just took those ones and ranked them on my merits. All that. But yeah, Aspen_J's done some great jobs with her videos, and I like them. Well, she's doing other shows too, and all that. But you know, she's got some Degrassi stuff, and which is pretty cool and all that. She went through all that effort, and she got clips and all that. Obviously, I tried to get clips, but YouTube hates on that. Oh, okay. So let's get to the final 2. Number 2 is You've Got Cat. I know You've Got Cat hasn't posted much lately, but I think her stuff is fantastic too. Like, you know, she does retrospectives of Degrassi High, Junior High, all that. In fact, on the Degrassi Reddit, on the links page, they said You Got Cat's Degrassi retrospectives alongside the person who's number 1 on the list. I actually was on that list too, like for unpopular opinions, but I guess I must have made a few terrible ones to not get the links to my playlist. But that's okay. You know, that's all good and all that. But like, you know, It just works out that way. But yeah, I think You've Got Cat hit the nail on a lot of things. Her season 4 retrospective, like, I downloaded and then I just did the retrospective of the whole of the situation with the shooting at the school shooting, the Rick Murray situation, and how different characters handled that situation and all that. Was it? Yeah, it was contained within the season 4 stuff because I had to skip over the stuff that she talked about with Paige's rape case and, after the shooting, what happened. But yeah, I liked You've Got Cat, and I think she does a good job. And number 1 is the primary reason why I keep doing Degrassi videos is Notavampyre. So Notavampyre does their videos, and it's not really done too many Degrassi videos in the past few years. Like, Notavampyre has a job. Vamp has a job, basically has stuff. Also, Vamp posts videos about other series and all that, which is fine and dandy, sweet as candy. But yeah, the whole Degrassi thing. Vamp was known for a few years doing a lot of stuff about Death and Degrassi, talking about Will's adopted parents' death, Rick, of course. Did one on JT, and did a few others, I think, right? Yeah, I mean, Vamp's deep dive into the whole Rick Murray situation was huge. Did a few topical videos such as, did Radish ignore Rick? Radish did ignore Rick, but Rick was not straightforward in what he was asking. And basically Radish was tired of Rick's antics and all that. Like, Radish missed the mark on the whole Rick situation. Not just ignoring Rick, but letting him back in the first place. Like, what the heck? So yeah, so Vamp did that. And Vamp also talked about the whole Time Stand Still situation. Even Time Stand Still did something that You've Got Cat didn't talk about in the season 4 stuff, was that Vamp talked about Emma's pettiness towards Liberty and Chris getting together and losing Manny and Liberty and just trying to hang on to Paige's clique as a way to gain friends and all that. Cat didn't do that, which ticked me off in a sense. But I said, good video. But yeah, Vamp did a good job with her stuff. Or their stuff, I should say. Vamp also talked about the aftermaths, who had major aftermaths. And then I think I made a comment about the fact that, the aftermaths for the students. What about the parents? What about the adults? I mean, yeah, it's a kid show. Geared towards teens, but the adults, there's got to be some kind of situation. And Vamp, lo and behold, a couple days later, came up with a video about the adults in the situation, how they feel, and how Snake, missed the mark. Hatzalakos had to come in a tough situation, and Radish botching everything up. Vamp has done some Degrassi streams on YouTube and all that I've participated in, and trying to get their opinions on stuff and all that. And for me to try to change things up. I'll be honest with you, Vamp's videos have actually changed my way of thinking about the whole Degrassi Rick situation from 2019. Well, I did 2019, and then a few years later, I changed my perceptions on things based on what Vamp said. And, I dove more into the episodes. I dove into trying to figure things out, and that's what happened. So, yeah. So, Notavampyre is definitely my number 1. I mean, it is a little biased because Notavampyre is kind of my muse and why I do Degrassi videos in the first place, or continue to do Degrassi videos in the first place. Although my pace of doing Degrassi videos is down to like 1 or 2 a week because, I don't really have much thinking about other things too, but whatever. It's just what it is. So yeah, Notavampyre is my muse and is my number 1 pick. And, it's going to be subjective. People will not agree with me, but that's fine. That's just my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.